Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. Ladies and gentlemen, I, of course, am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific armor himself, Zealeus.
It is good to see you. I've been sitting here twiddling myself for 36 minutes, and it's been unbearable.
That did not come out right, Zealeus.
I may have left out a word or two.
Yeah, some very important words.
I mean, you know, if he thinks to the imagination, that's what happens in life, right? That's why we have brains.
Yes. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Thursday Night Hangout. It's our live show where we try our best to cover the topics most important to you during the show. Any point during the show, if you have any comments, questions, opinions, thoughts that you would like to share with the class, all you got to do is drop it in either Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, and we'll try to answer them or add it to the show. If we do, unfortunately, run out of time, we will add it to the very next show. Now, I know that tonight is an abbreviated edition of the Thursday Night Hangout. It is absolutely 100% my fault because I'm in way too many basketball leagues, and I had a game tonight, and so I just got back. And so if it looks like I'm sweating profusely, it's because I still am sweating profusely because I don't get to take breaks during the game.
I see how it is. You have your priorities. We all have them, sir.
Anyways, let's jump into the first thing, and that is that Nintendo has some very bad news for everybody out there who wants to get a Switch 2.
Oh, no.
Starting on September 1st of 2026, the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 will increase to $499.99. So $500 will be what the Switch 2 will go for starting September 1st.
Hot diggity. So that's a $50 premium over what you pay now.
Yes. Well, that's interesting.
So I guess the moral of the story is if you want to switch, buy it now. Don't wait until September.
Huh, that is really weird. So, sorry, I got distracted here. According to Twitch, we have some sub drops that are going out to people who sub to our channel.
What are sub drops? I don't even know what that means.
So basically, if you subscribe to the channel, you get some stuff, some freebies.
Yes.
Courtesy of Twitch.
I did have a little yellow thing. I don't know if I didn't click it fast enough or not, but it's
anyways. Well,
now.
if ladies and gentlemen, if you watched a live Ultra Confusion stream and you sub, you could get 2 months of Audible Premium, a badge that has enchanted big boy boxers on it. And I don't know how the 2 subs and gift subs are, but you also get the Princess Donut Pink and the Princess Donut Brown badge. So
it's a Dungeon Crawler Carl collaboration, and they want you to get the audiobook to listen to it.
Yeah, because it's phenomenal. If ladies and gentlemen, if you have not gotten Dungeon Crawler Carl yet, or you have still been waiting, just stop the wait. Get in there. It's worth it.
It is indeed good stuff. I give them a 4 out of 5. That's me.
Yeah.
It's definitely good stuff.
So,
in fact, hello. How are you doing? I am from Carl. Okay.
So anyways, so yeah, there's going to be an increase in the Switch 2. I don't know if this is going to be like, I'm assuming it's just the base model, not the bundled model, because I'm sure that'll be an additional at least $60 extra.
Well, yeah, because the bundled version is $500, so it has to go up,
right?
Otherwise, what's the point?
Right, but I just wonder how much is it just going to be the price of the game, or because it's got extra fancy look to it? Is it going to be an extra $100 instead of like 60 or 70? Because I
don't know. That's a great question.
Because that there's a Zelda-themed Switch 2 coming out at some point in the very, very near future. Probably, I would say when that remake of Ocarina of Time comes out, I'll bet you that there's going to be a Zelda themed Switch 2 that does a bundle.
Okay, so this is funny. I'm reading the description. So
Mhm.
there's the Nintendo Switch 2 game bundle or the OG version, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can choose the venture where it's saving up to $30, but it's $50 more to get the combo. The math does not math.
Come on, don't you know this is new school, new age math, man?
Apparently, I'm so confused, or there's like some subtext I'm totally missing, which is very possible. I'm trying to read it during the show, and multitasking is not my thing. So there might be some other cool widget. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because, like, most of the time when you think of consoles, like take the Nintendo Switch, it's been out for a year or two now.
The Switch 2?
Yeah.
2025.
Wow. Yep. Okay. So, like, when the Switch came out, the Switch 2, I was one of the people like, I'll wait like 2-3 years for the price to go down, and then I'll look into it, right? Because that's what happens with hardware, right? Usually hardware's like 2 to 3 years. That's always been the historical, or you come out with the new OLED version or something. But the way things are looking right now with the Switch 2, like, it's definitely one of those situations where it's like, if you want to Switch 2, just buy it now, because the price ain't going down anytime soon.
No.
That's kind of my tea leaf reading. And even like the OLED screen, I know some people maybe potentially waited on, or we're going to wait on. It's like, is that ever even going to come out at this rate?
Right.
Just with the way everything is kind of going in the world of hardware. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting where it's a very different game of potentially waiting versus what it was a couple of years ago. Or I guess I should say a generation or two ago would be more accurate.
Well, if you want the base model right now, I mean, it is available for overnight delivery if you have Prime through Amazon. So
there you go. You can start playing during your lunch break tomorrow.
Yes, you could. But we knew this was coming. We knew it was just a matter of time, but now we have an official date to go with, and that's September 1st.
Because they had announced it previously, right? It's just now it's the official date.
Yes, they said that there's an upcoming. I believe they basically said it was an upcoming price increase that will happen before 2027. And so we knew at some point this year it was going to happen. We just didn't know when. Now we know when.
I don't we talked about on a previous show that the Xbox was also increasing in price, or if that was another story.
The PlayStation's increasing, the Xbox is increasing.
Yeah, so it's like, it's pretty wacky right now, honestly.
Nvidia is increasing exponentially.
I actually wonder if I could like sell my PlayStation 5 for a profit now. Like, I don't need to, but just kind of like.
Does yours have a disc?
It does. Yes, it's the disc version.
Oh.
And that's what's crazy to think about. But I've had this for, I basically got it at launch.
Yeah.
So like 4 to 5 years, I should not be able to sell it at a profit.
Right.
It is pretty damn crazy.
Yeah.
The world is upside down. We are living in the upside down, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed we are. Now, moving on to the next topic, and this one kind of makes me sad. You know how I guess how unpredictable Hollywood or anything that produces movies and TV shows is these days. You think that there's a sure hit and then it either dies before launch or it comes out and it doesn't get the love it wants until many years later when it becomes a cult classic, or perhaps it's just so overhyped that there's no one can live up to the expectation. Or you think that this is the start of a series of films and you only get one because of The Mummy, yeah.
The Mummyverse, that was supposed to be the Tom Cruise universe.
Yeah. So something like that. So it turns out that a movie that I really enjoyed, and it's actually a comic book movie. It's called The Losers. It had Chris Evans in it. It had Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it. It was.
Oh, good. I saw that. Yeah.
It was kind of like it was kind of like a comic book version of the A-Team in a way, I guess, sort of.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember enjoying it when I see it.
But I loved it too, and they set it up so that there could be additional films. And recently, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was on a podcast, and he said that originally, when they were wrapping up filming, he was like, "Oh man, this is going to be the start of something. We're going to have like quite a few of these." And then the way that the studio did not market the movie and basically just almost buried it, killed it.
Like it felt like, as I remember seeing it when it came onto streaming.
Yeah.
And like I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah.
Which, to your point, is like it felt like it was definitely one of those non-marketing movies because it just showed up one day on streaming. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where'd this come from, basically?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it has known actors. It's not like a bunch of nobodies.
I mean, there's of course the famous scene that if you've ever seen it, there's a scene that probably lives rent free in your mind, and that is when Chris Evans is singing a Journey song, "Don't Stop Believing." He looks like a courier, and so because he's dancing and singing, he basically gets the elevator to himself so he could get upstairs, and there's the assassination thing going on. But it's absolutely great.
I feel like I need to rewatch it now.
Dude, yes. I too want to watch it. And if I find some time, I will probably sneak a peek of the movie. Nice. Anyways, so I mean that's unfortunately that's the way of the world right now. Or it's always been in Hollywood, where you think that something's going to be awesome, and then they don't know how to market it. And
then you have the new Spider-Man movie, which is at like $1.7 billion.
Yep.
Or The Odyssey, which was on every single outlet and chat channel and late night show and everywhere.
Yep. Had Matt Damon hiding inside a Trojan horse replica to get on a Jimmy Kimmel show. I mean, the amount of money they put into that marketing is nuts.
Yes, for sure.
So, but yeah, actually, speaking of Spider-Man, after 64 years, Marvel is killing Spider-Man.
Again?
Well, okay.
I was assuming he's died at some point in the comics because it happens in every comic.
So, yes. So this, here's the thing. He dies, but what version of him dies? Because as we all know, thanks to, especially since the Marvel universe, cinematic universe has taught us that they live in the multiverse, and there is several different versions of Spider-Man. So one of these versions is going to die. And
what is it? Prime Spider-Man?
So, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember which Earth it is. I don't think it's the main Earth. But basically, there is going to be a story called Mary Jane Face It Tiger, which will give you okay, I think it's okay, here it is. Earth, oh Jesus, that's a lot of numbers. Earth 312500. Spider-Man is the one that has died. And there's going to be like a story of Mary Jane Face the Tiger, which kind of gives you like the darker, more emotional side of what happens after Peter Parker has died.
I mean, if there's infinite number of Earths, just statistical anomaly, he's going to die.
Yeah.
Like, something's going to happen. So, yay, I guess.
I mean, come on. Have we all watched Deadpool and Wolverine now? I mean, the amount of different Wolverines out there.
Sure. Yeah.
That was a fun movie too.
It was. I agree. It was fun. Can't go wrong with some, Deadpool and Wolverine bickering like a married couple.
Yes. And doing it all in a Honda Odyssey.
The advertising worked on somebody in the group.
I know. Anyways, so okay. Keeping it in the topics in the, I guess, movie, books, kind of genre here. I don't know if y'all have heard or not, but there was a company in Wales that was was attempting to lay an energy pipeline for their system, and that pipeline was scheduled to go right through what fans had basically created as Dobby's grave from Harry Potter. And so, everyone's like, there was a lot of news going, if you want to see Dobby's grave, you got to get there quick because they're about to demolish it for this pipeline. Well, courtesy of the court of public opinion and a ton of individuals who are diehard Potter fans, or I guess Potterheads. Is that right? The company that was going to lay this pipeline has now made alternative plans, so Dobby's grave shall remain going forward.
All right. I didn't even know that there was an official or unofficial, as it may be, grave to Dobby. I guess it makes sense because of what happened in one of the books.
Well, if you've watched the movie, the scene where they bury Dobby, so I guess spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, I'm sorry, but that scene was taped on a beach in Wales, and so people found basically the exact place where Dobby was buried, and they basically erected this stone. I don't want to say monument. It's basically just a pile of stones, and people have brought rocks and stones from all over the world to add to this pile to celebrate the death of celebrating, to remember, to memorialize the death of Dobby.
Death to house elves. I too can be a Slytherin.
I'm very glad that we skipped that part in the movies, the whole house elf movement thing, which was just too weird.
I don't know. Some people look at it as we missed out in the whole social commentary of trying to free the slaves.
Sure. All right. So there was a game.
And very sad. Right. We have the Harry Potter series TV series where I'm sure it'll be covered in detail.
Oh, Christ.
Although that's not a few seasons in.
I saw that they have found their Gilderoy Lockhart, and okay. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but it is a very pretty individual.
I mean, he is a pretty boy, so it makes sense.
Well, yes, absolutely. But it's not Kenneth Branagh.
I don't know who that is, anyways.
That was Gilderoy Lockhart. And he's also an actor, a British actor who's been in a shit ton of stuff, and he also has directed a shit ton of stuff.
Gotcha. There you go.
But anyways, the next story is about a game that I played and I reviewed, and I put a shit ton of time in. And that, of course, is The Adventures of Elliot. And there is a fix, quotation marks, that has just been added to the game that was created thanks in part to the public outcry, or I guess gamer outcry, over how verbal the side characters are, how they keep adding their thoughts audibly into the game, mainly the fairy that's following you, or is not following you, but is with you. And so going forward, you have the option to toggle off the idle chit-chat or chatter. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Yeah, there's a couple times where I'm like, oh my God, just shut up. But I didn't find it so annoying that it was like I couldn't play the game.
I get it can be annoying. Like, so in Diablo 4, in the main capital starts with a K. I can't remember what the rest of it is. There's this guy where as soon as you open up the town portal, I know and he's trying to get you to do his quest.
Mm-hmm.
And I do his quest every season just to shut the mofo up. He's every time he goes down, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. So I get it. It's annoying. Like, yes. So it's not a reason for me not to play the game, but at the same time, yes. Like, absolutely, characters being annoying and saying the same thing over and over and just being idle can definitely be annoying. I agree with this.
So the one thing that I will say is that there was a little bit of variety to the commentary. It wasn't the same thing over and over and over again. Not as annoying as, say, in that one Zelda game where it's like, hey, 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 the whole time. And you're like, oh my God, if you say hey one more time, I'm gonna find a way to bury your ass.
I do appreciate when some games have very, very custom sound settings.
Yes.
Where you can like even mute like literally just the audio dialogue to do that. I'm like, oh right, one of the 8 settings might shut this person up. I don't use it very often. I do appreciate when developers add that extra little layer of development to it.
However, speaking of all those little toggles, if there are certain games out there that drive me nuts where the master volume doesn't actually control all of the sound.
Yeah.
And so I usually turn my master volume down to about 50%, especially when I stream, just so that people can hear my voice. But there are certain games, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know that I've had like, so like it basically takes care of everything but the dialogue. And so everything's quiet, and then someone speaks, and it's like 3 times as loud. And you're like, what the fuck?
See, I always just use volume mixer on the window settings.
Nah.
So, yeah. And that's not why. That's what I default to for whatever reason.
Well, there you go.
Usually I'm muting it to play music when I'm playing a game. Like Diablo 4, for instance. Like, sorry, I don't need to hear the 1,000th time about wonder. I'm like, nope, I'm just going to mute you and listen to my music while I'm playing and killing hordes of evil things.
Come on, Zealeus. Stay a while and listen.
No, I could hear it too every time I go to town.
But yeah, so they're going to give a you now have the option to toggle off the phase dialogue, basically.
Options are good.
Yes. So, once upon a time, Lego had this really interesting, unique series of I guess, sets, and also they spun it off into a show and video games, and that series was called Bionicle.
Okay.
And it turns out that there has been a fan group that has been working for 8 years on a fan project or fan game called Bionicle Masks of Power. They were basically they adhered to Lego's fair play policy, never planned to make a dime on the title, and admitted that they did it just for the love of Bionicle. However, Lego has just recently sent them a cease and desist letter.
Oh, no. I wonder if they hired the Nintendo lawyers.
So, even though they thought that they were in the clear because they were following the letter of the law, Lego has decided to shut the team down. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is that the group and it's basically been about 50 to 60 people in that 8-year span, along with, this is the crazy thing, the creator or the founder of this studio created it 8 years ago when he was 12 years old. So now he's 20. They're basically going to take everything that they learned and a lot of the code that they've created to create something that's not Bionicle, Bionicle, but is Bionicle, but not named Bionicle, and has none of the Lego references at all. And that, of course, is a game called Rustbound.
Just find and replace. Just change every reference, and boom, you're no longer having infringement.
Yes.
Never heard of a Lego in my life.
I don't know. We don't, of course, they're going to have to make a ton of changes to make this, I guess, marketable or legal. I would be very interested to see, since they are no longer having to adhere to the fair play policy, if they can now like market it and sell it as its own, because it's no longer Lego Bionicle, it's going to be Rustbound.
I mean, you should be able to, because it's no longer trying to follow that policy. So why wouldn't you be able to?
Right. The company, of course, is called Unmasked Games.
Of course.
Which, I mean, that's Bionicle is all about these fucking masks that you have to find. So, at least that's they're all looking for the golden mask to give them the ultimate power. So I'll be very interested to see how they.
What do masks have to do with Legos?
So it's a Lego mask that basically, when it adds, you add more like appendages and all this stuff. Nakamoto says easy solution: Lego Bionicle. Oh yeah, that's perfect. No one would figure it out. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they were able to spin this. The game that, of course, was the fan project that I think was like worked on forever, that got the cease and desist and had to absolutely 100% die because it was completely set in an IP, which was that fan project Pokemon Uranium, which not only took all the Pokemon ever, but they added like additional evolutions to them. So they took Pokemon and then did more.
So they evolved the Pokemon.
Huh?
They evolved Pokemon.
Yes. So I
just go play Power World, I guess.
That one absolutely died. And of course, there's so many other fan projects that once the cease and desist letter came in, they went away because there wasn't enough there's not enough wiggle room to change directions, or if they don't get the love of the IP holder, maybe they just lost their will to continue to create. Who knows?
Which is probably, I would assume, more the case than anything else, where it's like, well, it was a good run, but
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The next topic is something that it's becoming, this is something that's going to happen more and more, and that is that a man requested a refund for the removal of his purchased digital copy of Lord of the Rings. And Google goes, nope, sorry, sucks to be you, basically. We've talked about this many times.
Did you see my follow-up?
Yes, I'm gonna get there. Okay. We're in the age of, we're no longer, you don't own the right to play the game whenever you want to. It's now you own the right to have access to the game as long as access is available. Once access is removed, well, you had your experience.
Oh, that's quite the mouthful.
Yes, I know.
You could be a corporate lawyer.
Yeah. Anyways, as Zealeus was trying to hint, Google has now kind of reversed on this. how do I, Zealeus, maybe you could put this better than I can. My brain is kind of.
I mean, basically, Google said, "Oh, you're right. You actually do still have access to this title." The problem is that the way to basically get it, the original customer service rep didn't know how to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Which that is the more problematic thing. Is so many reps, they're just answering an AI prompt behind the scene is all they're doing.
Zealeus, where are you going?
I don't so zoomed in. We're like, I tilt my chair a little bit, and it's like I'm no longer here. I need to get like a gimbal on my monitor that just follows me.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Yeah, it's the world of sorry, customer service sucks.
Yes,
and the only way to actually get an answer to your issue is outcries on social media.
Yeah. Just any time that you feel like you have been wronged, you throw it out into the ether of the ones and zeros of the interwebs, and if you word it right, or the rally cry hits that chord, you'll have an army of people who will basically get behind you. And unfortunately, this has become like the way to get shit done.
Yeah, because unfortunately, unless you get that rallying cry,
yeah,
trying to actually figure out how to get support from products, especially big faceless companies like Google. Actually, it's not just big faceless; it's small faceful companies. It's just as bad.
Yeah,
it's like Universal, because they all basically now the thing is they AIify their support.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go in circles of being able to actually get an actual response, and then you just want to bash your head into a wall because no, I literally just did what you told me to do, and now I'm back to the same thing that I already did 14 steps ago, and I already know that with 100% certainty you're going to tell you to do the same thing. Yeah.
My favorite move as of late is when you've got a question, and of course it's got the wonderful, helpful AI bot, and no matter how you phrase it, the bot never figures out what you want, and then it finally gives you the option to talk to somebody, and you say, yes, talk to a person, and they're like, you can email them at this or call them at this phone number. I'm like, no, just connect the chat to somebody.
Or like, if you ever have an issue with like Xfinity internet, literally the only response you can get is, I can help you restart your cable modem.
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
Restart your cable modem. I can restart your cable. That's it. Anything beyond that, and you're pretty much screwed.
Would you like to report an outage? No. Would you like to restart your cable modem? No. Please call back later.
Yes, pretty much, yes. Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause real quick. I know we're almost at the end of the show, but I still want to, as always, I need to give a shout out to all those people that help Alter Confusion be the Alter Confusion that you love and adore. That, of course, is our friends of the show. So without further ado, let us start it off right, and that, of course, is the Indie Cluster. The Indie Cluster is an independent video game, organization of independent game developers that want to gain exposure by being involved in the community. They collectively journey to popular conferences as traveling booth to help gain attention for their games. They make partnerships in local communities to bring games to the mainstream mindset. They highlight local, unusual, and rare concepts to challenge the paradigm of the common. They also host events to teach kids and minority groups about game development to hopefully one day enter the industry themselves. For more information, go to indiecluster.com. The next shout out we got to give is to the AV Master himself, and that, of course, is Noodle Boy Media. Founded in 2015 by Andrew Tran, Noodle Boy Media, previously Weak Whacked Kid 47 Media, is your choice for professional photo shoots and panel recordings at conventions. They provide themselves in providing a high level of professionalism, top-notch experiences, and quality services. If you want more information and to view their full list of services, check out facebook.com/noodleboymedia. The next shout out we got to give is to an individual who can help get all those aches and pains out of your body, courtesy of spending too much time in your gamer chair, or perhaps your office chair, or perhaps whatever else causes you ailments, and that, of course, is Hero Chiropractic. Hero Chiropractic's unique healthcare practice set up by Ryan Moore. The company's focus to elevate a patient's experience of freedom, creative expression, and joy. They believe that everyone could be a hero and has incredible heroic potential inside themselves waiting to be unleashed. Hero Chiropractic focuses on mobile chiropractic care in the greater Atlanta area. They are committed to healing clients by creating a plan of action uniquely suited for each person. They make that plan of action as convenient and affordable as possible, and most importantly, suited to your individual needs. For more information, go to facebook.com/Hero Chiropractic. The next shout out we're going to give is to the music maestro himself, and that, of course, is CrossPad Creative. Need a new logo or want to work on a full branding and content strategy? Or maybe you need music or audio for your content, just like Ultra Confusion. CrossPad Creative offers a whole host of solutions for individuals and small businesses. Just email Josh at crosspadcreative@gmail.com and see what he can do for you. And hopefully my voice won't crack like that again. And finally, the last shout out we got to give is to the original backer of Ultra Confusion via Patreon, and that, of course, is Agile Axiom. By day, Axe leads both the development team and system administration team working with satellites at NASA's Goddard campus. But while not in meetings, and many times during, he is the Agile evangelist, Agile Axe, championing the philosophy of Agile and trying to make the world a better place for software developers, testers, system admins, and software projects the world over. Decades of experience in software development and leading Agile teams are brought to bear against evil processes, inefficient work, and bad habits. For more information, go to agileaxiom.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know at this very moment in time, you are asking yourself, how do I become a friend of the show? Well, it's quite simple. You see, Ultra Confusion survives on love and support of fans like you, and so we have a Patreon page. Patreon lets you, the fans, lovers, haters, demigods, interdimensional beings, gods, demons, aliens, vampires, werewolves, swamp creatures, mummies, supporters, and more, to become active participants in the work we love through a monthly membership. This gives you access to exclusive content, community, and insight into our creative process. In exchange, we gain a bit more freedom to do our best work and the stability we need to build an even stronger creative career. We currently have 2 tiers that you can pledge at. We have the $1 a month tier, that's $1 a month or $12 a year, and what that gets you is early access to all of our playthroughs, as well as the ability to participate in patron-only posts. Now, if you're feeling extra frisky, you can bump that bad boy up to $5 a month. That's $5 a month or $60 a year, and what that will get you is everything at the $1 level, plus your name or organization added to the Friends of the Show section of every single Thursday night hangout. So if you want to become a patron of Ultra Confusion, go to Patreon, that's patreon.com/Altered Confusion. Now, of course, the next shout out we got to give, because this is something that's near and dear to our hearts. That, of course, is, ladies and gentlemen, Ultra Confusion is proud to say that we have been fundraising for Extra Life for 15 years straight. Extra Life is gamers doing what they do best, game, to help sick and injured children at their chosen Children's Miracle Network hospital. The money that we raise through Extra Life will go directly to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta as unrestricted funds. This means that the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars we raise make the biggest impact in the lives of the kids they treat. So, if you have the capacity to donate, please go to extra-life.org and search for Altered Confusion. Also, quick little side note, ladies and gentlemen, I know that some of you out there are dying to get your hands on some Altered Confusion merchandise. It's quite simple. All you got to do is go to alteredconfusion.tv/merch. That's MERCH. And you can get yourself a hat, vinyl stickers, coffee cups, the notepad, the beanie, the pet food dish, and I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, and the sexy socks.
What are your socks doing?
They feel so good. Anyway.
Sounds like you need a special room for that.
Well, if I was not afraid of getting like splinters in my feet, I would slide across my wooden floors upstairs in those socks. But I feared that I would I would find a way to get splinters.
I need my nice merino wool socks. I'm a sock snob.
Yes, we know. Or I know. And now the world knows. So there you go.
Hey, we all have our vices.
Indeed, we do. Indeed, we do. Okay. So we're going to give us one more topic real quick, and then we'll wrap up. And this is not going to be this big of a really big surprise, but apparently there has been an increase in addendums to contracts that revolve around voice actors. And that addendum is basically stating that it's an anti-AI edition where AI cannot be used to replicate their voice.
Okay.
If they wanted to, if an individual has voiced a character for a video game or a TV show or a movie, and there's going to be a sequel or DLC or an expansion, the company that owns the rights to that IP has to use the actual voice actor instead of AI creating additional lines. Now, something interesting, it's kind of a side note, the very popular children's show, Peppa Pig, the creators behind that have been trying desperately to get all of the current voice actors to sign an additional contract that will allow them to use their voices forever. So basically, you're signing you're signing away your rights to anything that deals with your character going forward in the future. And of course, as many people would probably assume, all of the actors going, no.
Apparently, there's a lot of. I could go right now and create a bunch of Peppa the Pig AI voices and other stuff. Who knew?
It's a strange world out there, sir. It's a strange world.
I mean, I've heard of Peppa the Pig, but I don't really know what it is beyond being a pig, I'm assuming.
Yes, it's just the adventures of a character named Peppa Pig and their friends, and it's like PBS level programming for the youth.
But with a pig.
Yes, the main character is a pig named Peppa.
Sure, why not?
So I know another weird little thing to tell you real quick. So there's another show out there called Bluey. That's basically another kids show. Is very popular, very very popular. But a little known fact is that the actress who voices the mom of Bluey, which once again, a very very kid friendly show. It's one of the best out there for, it doesn't cause absolute brain rot in your children if you let them watch it for an extended amount of time. There's a lot of like morals and lessons to be learned, but the voice act
cartoons for morals.
Hey, that was G.I. Joe, man. At the end of every single episode, you learn something, and the more you know, or knowing is half the battle. But anyways, the voice actress who voices the mom in Bluey is actually like an adult actress.
Oh yeah, I can easily see. I think the catch is going to be is even current shows, like the actors might be able to keep the rights potentially. It's when they come out with, I don't know, Ready, and it's a new show, or Yellowy, and there's just going to be 100% AI generated from the start. That's what's going to end up happening. Is these shows, when they come out, is just going to be from the get-go. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Nakamoto says, "Come on, Zealeus, have you never watched Arthur? Did you watch any PBS programming?"
Not really, honestly.
Arthur, Magic School Bus.
What I did watch was when they had the fundraisers with like Yanni and Celtic Woman. That shit I ate up.
Oh, the telethons.
Yeah, the telethons I watched. But no, I never really watched cartoons for whatever reason.
Okay, well, did you watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
I don't remember watching it now.
Sesame Street? Reading Rainbow?
I know.
Damn it, Zealeus. What's wrong with you?
Ask him. Maybe he'll tell you.
Oh my God. It's so sad.
Mongo, save me from the evil Charlie.
Yeah. So anyways, so that's, okay. So in summation, we're going to have to continue to fight for our rights to continue to have access to things that we purchased that are digital. Voice actors are getting more specific. Damn. I was thinking my son can't say specific half the time. He says Pacific. So it's very Pacific. Specific. There's being, specific clauses being added to voice actors and actresses' contracts to make sure that their stuff is not, their voice is not AI generated for the future. But yeah, I mean, oh my God, this is what a weird world we live in.
Like the shows, like, in Arthur, for instance, as Noko might have pointed out, instead of Arthur, all of a sudden the next season, Arthur has a brother named Percy. And now somehow Percy becomes the main character and Arthur just somehow gets left out of the show.
So just so slowly but surely replace the cast with other individuals in the town or in the family and then utilize AI for those voices.
100% it's going to happen. I mean, anything to save the corporate overlords, like $2 over the course of a year, that's what's going to happen. That's my prediction.
Right.
It sucks, but that's my cynical way of looking at that's what's going to happen.
And unfortunately, I can't say, no, never happen. It probably will happen. So
yeah,
that's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah. And I wish it didn't, because human beings, jobs, economy, not having the apocalypse come upon us, etc.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
Yeah. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've reached the end of our show. So, without further ado, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to the Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure getting ready to come our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back next Thursday for another Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother.